lot of fish sladders that people are trying to restore. Damascotta Mills has a very well restored fish sladder. In 2007, they restored the fish sladder and had a very large increase of fish making it to the lake to spawn. They kept the dam, but they put the fish sladder there so the alewives can spawn.
River dam, that is such a good question. So the river was not just the river, but it was a waterfall. And when white settlers came into this country, waterfalls were awesome places to put dams because you could run mechanical power. Things like you could make grist mills where they ground grain. All the things they needed power for. And they didn't have electricity. They couldn't just plug in an outlet. They had to find a way to make power. So the way they did it was to put a dam in and then let the water coming down of the falls turn a wheel, and that made power. So that was in 1731 here. If we didn't have a fish ladder, basically the fish would be blocked here. They wouldn't be able to go up, and then we wouldn't have spawning alewives, and then we'd block the population, and that would be that. And maybe you've heard that all through Maine they're trying to take dams out. And it's a great thing for many rivers, and lots of fish are coming back because they can get up to their spawning grounds. The problem with that is, in places like this, we've had a dam here since 1731, so a few hundred years, and if you took the dam out, it's called impounding water. It's holding water back. And so everybody who has a cottage on the lake would be very sad they didn't have a beach anymore in front of their cottage, because the water would be so drained out that it would be a long way to get to water. And everybody who was running a boat would run aground. So it's a little tricky. So anyway, that's sort of the gist of it. Alewives come in, they go up, they lay about 100,000 eggs, and those eggs are fertilized up there, and you have juvenile alewives. They are alewives, whether they're the whole ones or the juveniles, I call them the mice of the sea, because everybody eats them, whether you're an osprey, a gull. We have raccoons coming to eat them. It's amazing. So the ladder has been here for several hundred years, and there have been times when people have really taken care of it. There have been times when it hasn't been so taken care of. It takes money. And I think one of the things that happened is when you had a moratorium on harvesting, well, the people who would take care of the ladder are the people who would harvest it. That's really kind of what's happened. And so they aren't around taking care of it. And so age, people not taking care of it, all of this led to it not being in good shape. So it took a long time. It was built out of stone, and it's big. You'll see it's 69 pools right now, so it's really big. And there's a lot to fall apart when it happens. So eels go up, and a lot of them like to live in the pools. So if you ever think you want to try out one of these pools for a little wading pool, or hang out, you'll just meet an eel. So eels are one. Brown trout go up and start into the ladder. I don't think they've gone all the way up. You sometimes have bass that fall down into the ladder, but alewives are the big one, and you have them going up, but they also come down. So you have the adults who spawn and come back down and go out to sea, and then you have the juveniles.